This is Yohhamgambal. We're back playing God of War, Chain of Olympus last time. The Prince of Persia, who we did just murder in the last part, by the way, and stole his land's magic, is attacking Atticus, or whatever the hell, I don't know. Anyways, he brought a giant lizard with him, and we're gonna go beat him down now. Because we are the gods' gopher boy. Doesn't sound as cool as Ghost of Sparta, but I guess gopher boy is a more true term. Oh, there he is. You missing your eye, buddy? The one I took from you? Alright, now it's time to fight the Basilisk. Oh, okay, I was about to say he's not too hard, but then I immediately got hit. Anyways, little trick, use Ifrit. He gives you invincibility frames, so, you know, use it to get a couple hits off and not worry about... You just gotta make sure you shoot it off early. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. Because it takes a little longer, I think, to get the magic going in this game than it did in the first. Oh, hey now. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's not do that. He looks cool, though. In fact, he actually kind of reminds me of a flying squirrel because of the... Oh, man, if only my little brother was here. He would know what the skin is from his arms to his leg, what that would be called. But he's not here, so I'm just going to call it foreskin. His foreskin wings. Alright. Rotate it slowly. Don't go crazy. You want to do it at a nice rhythm. If you just spin it like crazy, he'll beat you. Damn. Speaking about beating, I just beat his head in. Alright. Take a little more Ifrit, buddy. And a little more Ifrit. Oh, yeah, if you get stuck in a combo, you can't really bring Ifrit out, it seems. Alright, come on. No, you can. I just wasn't doing it. Oh, but I'm all out of magic, so... Now I'm gonna actually have to... There you go. Yeah, he's a real easy fight. He's not hard. Oh boy. It's kind of like a dragon. Like a lesser drake. I like the dragons that have wings for arms. I think those are cool. Wyverns, I think, is what they're called. It's kind of funny how almost every culture has its own form of dragons. It's kind of a funny thing. Alright, we got both of the buildings toppled down. Now we just gotta beat him. Oh, and we have a whole bunch of magic now. So we'll use that for sure. And here we go. Get a little ride. And we're gonna teach him an important value that spitters don't ever win. There you go, see? That's what champions do, they swallow. Just like your mama.
Fulfilling his commitment to the gods, Kratos defeated the Basilisk brought forth by the Persians.
Yep, we brought true peace to the land. Look how peaceful it is. A peaceful fire.
Victory would not
well, mostly
satisfy
peaceful,
the man
I guess.
who had come to be known as the Ghost of Sparta.
Is this all you would have me do? Is there nothing else?
Seeing the sun plummet through the sky and the world plunge into darkness, Kratos knew this was not a sign from the gods.
What treachery is this?
Setting his sights on the glowing horizon, Kratos made his way toward the mysterious light. But there was more afoot than Kratos could possibly know. In the darkness, Morpheus, the god of dreams, awakened to a world where he and only he wielded power. The land was slowly overrun by a black fog that engulfed everything it touched.
Morpheus, the god of existential crisis on whether you want the blue or red pill. What if you're colorblind, though? How's that gonna work? Anyways, alright, well, it looks like the gods are in trouble. I like how Kratos just, after the fight, just starts screaming to the heavens. Like, okay, obviously that is how they communicate with him, but anyone else would be kind of afraid that they just see a balding, very pale man, by the way, screaming to the... And not just a little bit screaming, I mean full-on just screaming. I wonder if there's Karens in the old Greece world. Called the police on you. Oh, jeez. Sorry, am I interrupting? I like how he has smoke underneath his body. Nope. Nope. Get in the air, buddy. That is where you belong. It's time for me to juggle your ass. And there we go. Yeah, if you... Oh, speaking of juggle. Yeah, juggling is super good. Obviously, the less opportunity they have to attack, the better. Alright, Cyclone. Square. Okay. And we're gonna need, yeah, 40 HGs. Oh, I love the way that animation looks. So good. Especially the end part is really good. Anyways, let's go ahead. And this. Yep. But like I always do, we're gonna upgrade the Blades of Chaos first. Sorry if that annoys you, but that's just how I do things. It's the weapon I use the most, so it's the weapon. I don't ever use the sub-weapon, so it's the weapon that's always in the cycle. Oh, I wanted to juggle him while in the... Oh, you jerk. These guys are kind of annoying because you can't stop them when they start that slash. But you can grab them though, which is nice. And if you don't kill them, you just kind of throw them on the ground. Alright. These places have a lot of treasures, so we're gonna have to make sure to get them all. No food for you. Alright. Now, I forgot that Morpheus... I always confuse Morpheus and Hypnos a little together, because Hypnos, of course, one of... I don't think... Is Hypnos I think Hypnos is considered a primordial god, right? So, Morpheus would probably be too. I don't really know a lot about Morpheus, but I feel like he's probably one of Nyx's... he's probably a child of Nyx. Because a lot of the old gods kind of are, right? Because, you know, Hypnos, I believe, who is, of course, the god of sleep, which is why I confuse him with Morpheus, because Morpheus is the god of dreams, which is different, which makes sense. Just because you're asleep doesn't necessarily mean you're dreaming. I mean, that's usually where dreams happen, but yeah. I don't know if he's one of Nyx's kids, though. He probably is, though. I think Nyx had a lot of kids, right? Thanatos is one of Nyx's kids, too, isn't he? I don't remember. All I know is from Hades, and, yeah, I love me some Mama Nyx. I am not even gonna sugarcoat it. I am not even gonna sugarcoat that. I don't care if she's a billion zillion years old. But I don't think I'd be her type, so, yeah. I don't think it would work out, unfortunately, as much as I cry about it to myself every night that I can't get a beautiful mommy goth babe to love me. But, you know, we all have our own burdens and plights we must deal with. Some of them are just a little more perverted and pathetic on deeper introspection than others. In fact, you know, it doesn't even take a lot of deep introspection. That's just pathetic. I don't even need to think about that. That's just sad. Anyway, speaking of sad, we got these things. They're like Medusa. Oh, yeah, they're kind of like Medusa. Actually, the thing I kind of like is these enemies we fight are, you know, very similar to enemies we've met, but obviously they're kind of dreamlike because they have that haze over them. Oh, Zeus, that's not how, I mean, Kratos, that's how you do it. Okay. I mean, that was impressive, but it's not how you do that. Anyways, what you're going to want to do is turn this gate, because there's a portal in there, and once you close it, they can't come out anymore. I mean, one more will always get out, but otherwise. This thing's really not that hard, though. Normally, if you let it live long enough, it does basically a siren screech, like from the first game that the sirens do. Not too difficult. Next thing we want to do is come over here. You got a bunch of archers, and I'm going to set them on fire. One more. There we go. Cool, cool. Oh, Hold on, let me get the orbs first. Thank you, appreciate you. Alright, open this chest. There we go. Well, yeah, well, again, like I was saying though, the story obviously is very similar to that one Greek story where Hypnos put all the gods to sleep. I don't remember why he did that though. I know he did though, he put all the gods to sleep. Was that the one where Hercules had to stop him? I don't remember. I have a very cursory knowledge on Greek mythology. Honestly, if I'm being honest, most of my knowledge about other monsters and stuff is from SMT. You know, that's really it. So I absolutely have no sort of authority on it. I look into it a little bit, not as much as I... Even though I think it's actually really interesting and I should look into it more, so I actually have, like, you know, some knowledge when I talk about it, so I'm not a freaking idiot. But I don't know, maybe me being stupid is a part of my charm. That's what I like to tell myself. You know, you gotta lie to yourself a little bit every day, otherwise you're never gonna get out of bed. That's what Kratos probably does, though. Kinda sucks though when you think about it, because it's like, you know, Kratos is doing all this, and then he eventually beats Ares, because he's like, hey, you know, I do this for you, you wipe my memory off, right? You make sure I never think about my kid, you know, being slashed into, you know, Gary Mod, jib chunks. And they're funny, the gods are like lawyers, like, they're like, oh yeah, we'll forgive you. And Kratos like, oh cool, so that means I also get rid of my memory, which, I mean, to be fair, maybe Kratos should have been a little more specific in his request. You know, he should have been like, but I think he was though, like, didn't he say, rid me of these nightmares? Yeah, he's like, hey, yo, I'm tired, you know, I'm having sex with beautiful Greek women, but I still have these terrible nightmares. I just want to have the Greek women, but no nightmares. Can you help me with that? And I think they're even like, yeah, no, well, Athena at least is like, yeah, for sure. No more nightmares, buddy. It's like, oh yeah, you don't have nightmares anymore. We're not going to get rid of the memory for you. What are you, stupid? Yeah, I don't blame Kratos for hating the gods. They're all dicks. Well, maybe not all of them, but... I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to find a nice one. This thing's kind of annoying. Kind of looks like an... Oh my gosh, I'm getting my ass kicked, though. Kind of looks like an old man to me, though, because of its beard. Okay, I need to get out of this corner. Okay. Now we just gotta... directional stick his ass to death. Oh, he whimpers like a dog, though, when you kill him. I don't know about that. Alright, nothing over there. And we're gonna break these. Bada bing. Yeah, like I said, like I was saying though way earlier, I think it was in the first part actually. One of the things I really like about this game is how quick it is. It's real snappy. There's no filler. First time playing it, only took me 3.5 hours to beat it, which was really nice. You know, I don't. Sometimes I know people are like, oh, you know, you need to get like at least 40 or 50 hours, and it's just like, I don't know. You know, at a certain point, it's just too much. Let's see, the Shrine of the Fire Steeds. The Fire Steeds are the winds of the skies that draw the sun chariot of the sun god Helios. Alright, well, real quick, I'm going to save here because I'm about to come up to the part where the game glitched out on me. Okay, I think in the first part I said it was 40 minutes. I think I was being a little melodramatic. It was more like maybe 20, 25. Still a decent chunk to replay, though.
The task ahead was more than he could have ever imagined. Once again, the strange, lingering melody could be heard through the black fog of Morpheus, haunting Kratos.
The funny thing is, though, that I was able... You're probably saying, well, why don't you just say restart from checkpoint? And I did, but the issue was the checkpoint restarted me at the very top of this area, and it skipped an important cutscene we needed to see. So that's why I had to replay it all. Otherwise, you would have missed a cutscene, and I was like, well, I don't want you guys to miss the cutscene. It's an important cutscene. It kind of sets the story up. It kind of lets us know what the hell's going on. We have an idea about what's going on, but not really a great picture. And this really let us know. One thing that's a funny detail, and I don't know if it's purposeful, and it will be more important later on in the game, at the very end, but those gates look very much like a woman, right? They almost look hellish. I don't know. Just kind of an interesting little... Ooh, 166. An interesting little detail that's not really going to matter till the end. Alright. So yeah, it was right up here. This pathway. I went over this pathway up... I'm not going to do it because I'm scared. But I went up there, I went to that door, and I started coming down. But then the game loaded, locked up, and threw me into a black void. And I couldn't get out. It was weird. I've never seen that happen before. Alright, Kratos. What is Kratos' last name? Do Greeks have last names? Do they do that? Did they do that back then? Did they have surnames? Yeah, and then it skipped this whole cutscene.
The very chariot that the fire steeds pulled across the sky every day, allowing the brilliance of Helios to shine down on all mankind.
Kratos.
Athena, what madness has befallen us?
Kratos, there is not much time. Olympus needs you.
I grow tired of the gods' requests, Athena. I have given enough. Now take these nightmares from my head.
It is not for you to say when your servitude ends. You will earn your freedom in time. But for now, Olympus needs your unquestioning obedience. The god of the sun has been torn from the sky. This temple on which you stand is the chariot of Helios. Without their master to reign them, the fire steeds have driven the sun chariot into the earth. And without Helios, there is no one to keep Morpheus from seizing permanent power. Many of the gods have fallen to a deep slumber. Soon, all will succumb to the black grip of Morpheus.
What would you have me do?
You must find Helios and return him to the sky, lest the world of gods and man be lost forever. Only his light can release the grasp of Morpheus.
Athena! Athena!
Man, Morpheus must be really powerful if we can put all the gods to sleep. Alright, so yeah, we're on Helios' chariot. Which, I mean, it's good though. If anyone could save Helios, it's Kratos. Obviously, they're best buddies, and they will never have any issue in the future. In fact, they will be one of the best compadres ever. I know Helios is a big fan of Kratos, and will only become a bigger fan later on in the series. Anyways, though, let's go ahead. Make sure there's no treasure over here. Yeah, so it put me right here, cutscene skipped, and yeah, it wasn't good. Alright. Let's see, is there any treasure over here? Oh, there is. Haha, you thought you could escape my watchful eye? Think again, punk. Think again, you muggle poser. Alright, and we don't need to save, it's okay. Let's go ahead. Pull this lever. Thankfully, Helios' temple isn't that long. It's a pretty quick, nice, fun romp, honestly. Like I said, this game, super snappy, I really appreciate it. You don't really linger on things too long. These guys, though, are a bit of pain in the ass, though, I will say that. There's two versions. These ones like to throw fire bombs. Yeah, get your goat ass over there. How do you like it when I set you on fire? Not so nice, huh? Unfortunately, we can't... We need that goat to stop throwing fire at us. Otherwise, we can't we can't open that gate, because it requires a little bit of focus. Real quick, let's make sure there's no items. Ah, there is items. Alright, is that Gorgonite? No, it's a feather. Okay. They're just doling out these feathers today. Alright. That door is super shiny. Alright, we should be meeting the... Yeah, here we go. What are these, satyrs or something? Yeah, these ones have blades. They're kind of annoying. I don't know. Any enemy that moves faster than me and doesn't instantly die is a pain. Yeah, see, and they group up on you. There we go. One nice thing about this game is a lot of enemies drop a little bit of magic. Not always a lot, but just a little bit to start, you know, getting you back up to, you know, a magic level that you can use, which I kind of appreciate. Because in the first God of War game, once you used all your magic, you're done. I think it's like that in the second game too, because again, God of War 1 came out, then this game, I think, or maybe it was the mobile game. Either way, I think the two PSP games did come after God of War 2. Now, I'd have to double check. I don't 100% know. I didn't look into it because I'm stupid. Well, no, it's because I'm lazy. Well, and a bit, it's because it's actually a bit of both. But yeah. Anyway, so now that we've unlocked that gate over there, we're gonna head over here. Ew, like it lurches at you. Alright, we got these guys again. Okay. Oh, damn it, I wanted to juggle him. Okay. This part's a little annoying because a lot of these satyrs appear. Nice, okay, I got a whole bunch of them like that. Alright. Start juggling so I can get a little free damage. And get a little bit of this. Yeah, I gotta play a little better. You can do a lot of things in this game, and I don't do nearly enough. Come here, buddy. I don't know why he gravitated towards me, but I appreciate it. Just sucked on over. A little bit of magic. Oh my gosh. I hate when they hit me out of my combo. One cool little detail I like is the more damage you take, the bloodier your little Blades of Chaos icon get in the corner. Really cool detail. I didn't notice that until my previous failed recordings of this game. That's when I noticed it. Oh, hold on. Alright, let's continue on. Hopefully, it's just a garbage compactor sound outside the apartment. Hopefully it doesn't start activating again. It might. If it does, I'll pause for a second. Because if I don't, you actually do hear it in the background. It's really loud. It doesn't bother me, but I don't want it in the recording, so... Okay, and these bomb guys are annoying because they'll start running from you. Yeah, see, they start doing that shit. Yeah, I'll show you some... Oh! Freaking try and gore me with your horn? Alright, come here. Hey, why are you running? Come here, punk. Or not. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna keep throwing you. Come on. Oh, you were literally right next to him, Kratos. Okay, does this actually do damage, or is it just a disruptor? Okay, I think it just disrupts him. Let's actually do some damage to him. Alright. Are you not entertained, Gate? Okay, good. It was entertained. Off we go. Okay, good. There's some health over there. I definitely could use it. Now that, I mean, this game's... I was about to say it's not hard, but I am playing on normal like a chump, so I don't think I'm allowed to say if it's hard or not. Again, I just didn't feel like really playing it on hard mode, you know? I just wanted to have fun. I could have used the costumes too, but the game's already pretty fun, just with Kratos. But the costumes are funny though, like the Spud of War. Alright. Now let's go ahead, open this up. Let's actually get inside the temple. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Knock, knock, knock. Helios, buddy. Oh, best friend of mine. He won't mind if I break a little bit of his pottery. In fact, I bet that's the thing he wishes I only break in the future. Alright, we just need... how many more? Okay, we need around 2,300 more. Yeah, the statues give 10, so they are actually worth breaking a little bit. Alright, we're going to come across a new enemy. Harpies. But I actually like the way these harpies look a lot. They're pretty cool looking. They're more like weird baby pigeon harpies, because they don't have legs. Anyways, they instantly die if you just stomp on them. They are really not dangerous. Well, they can be annoying. Damn, I got like 5 grand from that. That's crazy. Alright, first thing, we're gonna go ahead, pull that back, and there's a liver. Damn, how does Helios clean this place, by the way? This is huge. He must have help. Unless he does it. But I get kind of the impression that when he's in the sky, he's not doing anything else but steering the steers. And then when it's nighttime, he's probably sleeping because he can't really be awake during night. The Temple of Helios. The Temple of Helios sits upon the sun chariot and is home to the sun god Helios, drawn across the skies by the fire steeds. It rises every day from the east and sets in the west, where it rests until the new dawn. Actually, so I was actually talking to my little brother about this, and it's probably maybe somewhere on the internet, but I'm actually genuinely curious, and it's maybe something like, it's something that definitely becomes more important in God of War 3, maybe even maybe even in this game, actually, at the very end for the final boss. Actually, a couple more than that. But anyways, what my thought was, what my thought pattern was, you know, so, you know, Helios, obviously the god of the sun, right? He's out of the picture, so that means the sun is inactive. It's no longer working, it's broken, the sun's asleep, right? So what happens, what happened when we kill the Ares? Like, because later on, when we play the game, we find out that once certain gods disappear, certain things happen, because now that they're gone, that element is no longer, like, under control anymore, right? So Helios, of course, being the sun god, since he's no longer around, the sun is, you know, it doesn't work anymore. So I guess my question is, what happened when Ares died? Because when Ares died, he just kind of looked like a giant nuclear bomb going off, but what kind of element was the world given as, like, a punishment? Like, did it make everyone more aggressive? I feel like they talk about in God of War 3, but did it make everyone more aggressive? I don't know. I'm just kind of curious what element was thrown into the world with no Ares, is all. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well. I don't really know how to explain it better. But yeah. Anyways, let me break these statues. Sorry, Helios. I like how I kind of like the way they bob their head when you hit them, almost like they're listening to music. Okay, but you know what though? This is a good place to end the video, and we will go ahead and continue through Helios' temple in the next part. So this has been Yohhamgambal. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, bye then.